So I got a notification from Google of all places telling me that Trading 212 has a new Vanguard pie, and here it is. When you go and create a new pie on Trading 212, under model pies there's a new one called Vanguard Global, and we're going to check this out. So let's go straight into it. So this is under model pies, and this is kind of new from Trading 212, where they collaborate with very big fund providers, for example Vanguard, and they create pies that allow you to invest into a wider range of products, let's say. Now this one in particular is very interesting because it is a global fund, and as we know, Vanguard already provides global funds as ETFs or as funds on its own Vanguard platform. Now essentially these series of pies attempts to generate long-term capital growth, at least this is what it says on the description, with a market cap weighted approach to capture exposure across markets globally. As you can see, there are about 4 different variants of the pie: conservative, moderate, assertive, and aggressive. And essentially this is relating to the risk tolerance of the different pies. Obviously nothing in this video or nothing from Trading 212 is financial advice. But if you would like to sign up to Trading 212 and receive a free fractional share worth up to £100, then all you have to do is to click the link in the description box down below. Alternatively, if you've already signed up to Trading 212 in the past 10 days but have not received your free fractional share, all you have to do is to click the 3 horizontal line menu over here. Scroll all the way down until you see the section use promo code, and in this section just enter my code JUBAIR and you should receive a free fractional share. But anyway, if you are interested in how to find this pie, all you have to do is under your investment account, whether it's Stocks ISA or Invest account, is to press the new pie button over here, and then you can see it is the top one, but there are some other ones from BlackRock, Wisdom Tree, and most of them seem to be from Wisdom Tree. If this is popular, I'll make another video on the BlackRock core, but let's go into the Vanguard Global. Now let's go through all the pie variants. Conservative is probably most suited, again not financial advice, for someone with a lower risk appetite towards the stock market, or maybe someone closer to retirement, as I presume it will be higher allocation into bonds. Now as you can see, there is an AAR return figure here, and as always, past performance is definitely not a great indicator for future results. And I know this is a nice little number that you can refer to, but please don't actually take this for what it is. But anyway, 1.74% does not sound like an outlandish claim. It is very important to know that AAR is actually the 5-year annualized return for each of the slices in the pie. And remember, this is a new pie, so there isn't actually any pie figures overall. Essentially what this is a calculation that takes into consideration the annualized returns for each slice of the pie. Then I believe it does an average based on the weighting of the individual slices and then gives you sort of a return figure, but I wouldn't take that as a projection. So as you can see, the composition of the pie is 80% bonds, so very, very high in bonds, and only 20% in equities. Equities basically just meaning stocks and shares here. Now you can see that the total expense ratio is only 0.1%, which actually makes it a lot cheaper than some of the other Vanguard global funds out there. And if we have time in the end, we'll do a little comparison. There's also a beta number that you can read here, but again, I'm not going to go too deep into this, and it is essentially a measure of volatility. You can read it for yourself and use the numbers for yourself if you want. We can also look at the fund's past performance. You can see the performance over the past year has been 4.3%, over the past 3 years 1.65%, over the past 5 years 2.29%, and since inception about 1.56%. Again, these aren't the greatest figures that I've ever seen in my life, but again, this is 80% in bonds. Now the question remains, what are you invested into when selecting the conservative variant of the Vanguard Global Pie on Trading 212? Well, in fact, you get exposure to 6 different slices of the pie. The Vanguard Global Aggregate, this is 80% into it. Here we can quickly see what the Vanguard Global Aggregate is. It's actually an investment into bonds, as we know, because this is 88% of the pie. Over the past year, the fund is up by 4.48%. Because 80% of this variant of the pie is just in this, most of the returns will be just this. But essentially, this fund seeks to track the performance of the Bloomberg Global Aggregate, float adjusted, and scaled index. And if you really want to know what it's invested into, you can see a lot of it's in the United States Treasury, and then some other ones that I'm not sure exactly where they're from, but it says Deutschland, so around Germany, that region. We have Japan, France, Italy, and United Kingdom gilts. Now you also have 13% exposure in the Vanguard FTSE North America, and this is an accumulating fund over the past year, up by 8.5%. 0.53%. We can see that the recent crash has caused a lot of downturn here. And again, this is a lot of the S&P 500 because it's FTSE North America. Most of it is the S&P 500 because it's America, and then only 3% Canada and a very small amount UK. You get about 3% exposure to the Vanguard FTSE Developed. This is in the Vanguard FTSE Developed Europe, and this is an accumulating fund over the past year, up by 11%. You can see this is about 23% UK, 16% France, 15%-ish in Germany, Switzerland around 15% too, Netherlands around 6%. So I'm actually very impressed by, the diversity in terms of global diversity of this pie. We also have 2% weighting in the VFEG. This is the Vanguard Emerging Market. You can see that some of the slices of the pie have a higher expense ratio, but the pie overall has a much lower expense ratio than, this, and that's because it's not completely invested into these more expensive funds. So if you were wondering what the spread around the countries are for this fund, the VFEG, that's 34% China, 21% India, 17% Taiwan, Saudi Arabia at 4.5%, Brazil, South Africa, Mexico, the UAE, Malaysia, Thailand. A lot of global diversification here. You also have just over 1% exposure to the FTSE Japan. This is a fund that I've spoken about on this channel before, and it's really good to have exposure to Japan, even if you are getting it through other markets. And lastly, you have less than 1% weighting in the VDPG. You can see this is the Vanguard FTSE Developed Asia Pacific excluding Japan. So this is countries like Australia, South Korea, Hong Kong, Singapore, and New Zealand. So I am actually incredibly impressed with the global diversification of this pie. Personally, I would not go for a conservative pie because it's too high weighted in bonds. I would prefer 100% in equities. So let's go to the next one, moderate. So the moderate has a higher total expense ratio at only 0.11%, which is not anything to worry about in my opinion. And as you can see, the AAR goes up quite significantly to 5.72%. Again, don't take this as a future projection. You can see the past performance over the past year, 4.64%. Over the past 3 years, only 3.93%. Past 6 years, 6.74%. And maximum 4.66%. This is 50% in bonds and 50% in equities. So let's go check out what we're invested into. So half of it is in VAGS. Don't laugh at that. As before in the Vanguard Global Aggregate Bonds ETF. We have 32% weighting in the VNRG. So that's again the FTSE North America. We have around 7.5% in the VEUA, and that is in the FTSE Developed Europe Accumulating Fund. About 5% weighting in the VFEG. So this is the Vanguard FTSE Emerging Markets Fund. We have around 3% weighting in the VJPB. So that is just the Vanguard FTSE Japan. And lastly, 1.77% in the VDPG, which is the Vanguard FTSE Developed Asia Pacific excluding Japan. So the difference really here is that you have less bonds and more into the other slices which actually invest all over the world. So it really is up to you how much exposure to bonds you want. So let's go over to the next one, which is assertive. Now assertive sounds quite cool, doesn't it? It's quite assertive. You can see the AAR changes to 8.38%. But again, don't take this as 8% per year forever. The TER stays the same at 0.11% and the beta is at 1. Again, this is not a number that I would look at because I don't really think it's a good indicator of volatility. But you can see the past performance figures over the past year, 4.82%, 3 years, 5.44%, 5 years, 9.75%, and over max period, that's 6.68%. The composition here reduces from bonds. Bonds is only now 30% and equity is 70%. Now instead of bonds being at the top, we have 45% in the VNRG. So just to remind you, this is the Vanguard FTSE North America. So essentially, this is going to be quite a lot invested into the S&P 500. We have 30% invested in the VAGs, and this is where the bond exposure comes from. This is the Vanguard Global Aggregate Bond Fund. Next, we have around 10% weighting, or just over 10%, in the VEUA. Just to remind you guys, this is the Vanguard FTSE Developed Europe Fund, and you get nearly a quarter here exposure to the United Kingdom. So 7.1% in the VFEG. This is the Vanguard FTSE Emerging Markets Fund. We have around 4% in the Vanguard FTSE Japan. Here is the fund, just to remind you guys. And the last one is around 2.5% weighting in the VDPG. This is the Vanguard FTSE Developed Asia Pacific excluding Japan. Now let's go over to the aggressive. This is the only one that I would potentially invest if I had to invest into this pie. I wouldn't invest into this pie because I would rather just make my own, pie or just pick one ETF. But this could be really, really good for some people who are new to investing. Now the AAR increases to 11.03%, and the total expense ratio is only 0.12%. Like I said, we will actually compare it with some other Vanguard funds that, have emerging markets plus developed markets, so we can see the difference, and we probably will see a big difference in the expense ratio. 0.12% is really good, in my opinion anyway. Beta stays the same at 1.00. So past performance figures, I feel like they're all skewed because of, the recent dip that we have seen. If you're watching this at a later time, it doesn't really matter what dip I'm talking about. But you can see over the past year, 4.96%, past 3 years is 6.94%, and past 5 years is 12.78%, and maximum 8.66%. Now, this still has bonds. This has 10% bond exposure and 90% in equities or stocks and shares. Okay, so this is about 60% invested in the VNRG. And again, like I said, this is basically the S&P 500 and a bit of Canada, the Vanguard FTSE North America. Next, we have 13.54% in the VEUA. This is the Vanguard FTSE Developed Europe, which has about 24% weighting in the United Kingdom. Very nice to see that. Next, we have the 10% bond exposure in VAGS. We should know by now this is the Vanguard Global Aggregate Bond Accumulating Fund. 9.15% in the VFEG. This is the Vanguard FTSE Emerging Markets Fund. 5.2% in the VJPB, and that is the Vanguard FTSE Japan Accumulating Fund. And lastly, 3.19% in the VDPG. This is the Vanguard FTSE Developed Asia Pacific excluding Japan Fund. So many of you may ask, why not just go with a fund like the Vanguard FTSE All World? Make it very simple for us. We can buy it here, we can buy it on other platforms. What's the point of the complication? We can see here the Vanguard FTSE All World over the past year, it is up by 7.19%. Now, when we go into countries, we can see that this has a very high weighting towards the United States of America. That's 62.9%. Japan has only 5.79%. UK has only 3.57%. China 3.5%. France 2.47%. And it does have India at 2.18%. The thing is, you can go for this, the VWRP. However, I think with the pie that Vanguard has created, the Vanguard Global Pie, you get a lot of control over how much exposure you want to certain markets. And yes, by all means, you can create your own pie and add those slices yourself and take out bonds if you want to. But I think with pies, it gives you that extra control. But the main thing as to why you might go for the pie instead all comes down to this here, the expense ratio. The expense ratio here is 0.22%. But here you can see with the aggressive version of the Vanguard Global Pie, you're paying a total expense ratio of only 0.12%. So make sure to check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you in the next video.